coffee, airplanes taking flight. Licorice branches shade your eyes, not just blue but red.
Good day and welcome to the July 2016 episode of Junk Food on the Road.
July. Yeah, I guess it is July.
Today we are going to talk about Germany and German junk food, which is excellent, by the way.
You think German junk food is excellent?
It's definitely interesting. I think that there's some really excellent things like Kinder eggs.
Kinder? Are they? I guess they are German. Kinder.
Kinder, exactly.
Kinder means like little kid, like kindergarten.
Exactly, child's garden.
Yes.
That's what kindergarten means in German. And then we got Rittersport.
Yep.
Their chocolatiers are okay. I mean, they're no Belgium, but they're okay.
Yes.
There's that one gigantic chocolatier in Berlin that makes like buildings and the Brandenburg Gate and.
Although that's a bit of a scam because I remember seeing that. Because I remember seeing that and I was thinking, oh my goodness, this is made of chocolate. These look amazing. And then I looked at them and they're cardboard and they're just covered in chocolate.
Yeah.
Kind of a scam.
Kind of a scam.
Yeah.
I went to a Subway once in Germany. I think I was in Berlin.
Subway sub?
Subway sub.
Okay.
And I learned that asking for pickles on the side in Germany is unintelligible. I think what they ended up doing was very carefully placing my pickles down like one of the edges of the submarine sandwich or something.
So this is more of a travel tip here.
A bit of a travel tip. Like, I mean, Subway's it's fast food, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of junk food. I got
a line of pickles.
I got a line of pickles just down one edge of my sub.
That's weird. But if we're going to talk about like sort of junk foody stuff in Berlin or in Germany, you have to go with the currywurst.
Currywurst. It sounds disgusting, and it can be disgusting.
But it can be wonderful.
But it can also be very good.
Basically, it's I mean, worst if you're not familiar is sort of the sausages of Germany, which is another thing you can get into too. I mean, German sausages can be fantastic, and generally, my rule of thumb is the scarier they are, probably the better they taste.
True.
Go to a dark place, get that thing that looks like some disgusting blue veiny crazy
with
thing.
A healthy side of sauerkraut
and mashed potatoes. They have to do this like a garlic mashed potatoes, but yeah, currywurst is basically your
it's like a hot dog.
It's like the high end sausage you get at a cart, not a hot dog really.
Some of it's hot dog.
Some of it is hot dog, but
it depends on where you get it.
Depends on where you get it, but some wursts are like nice sausages, and then what they do is they flavor them with curry. And I found that they can either
with curry sauce.
I found
they pour curry sauce on.
Sometimes they put powder on it too.
Sometimes it's curry flavored ketchup.
Sometimes it's curry flavored ketchup. Sometimes it's powdered curry on top, and sometimes it's actually like a curry sauce.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a wide range of like advisability of eating these things. It's only in Berlin.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a Berlin thing.
Okay.
We never found it in Heidelberg.
I don't remember. At least I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I don't remember it there, or at least I didn't search it. But if you're in Berlin, you can get currywurst. And the thing is, you could get currywurst at a different place every day, and you get a completely different meal every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of meal things, I mean, this isn't really junk food, but we were there for Spargel season.
Spargel is pretty awesome.
Spargel is basically white asparagus.
Gigantic white asparagus.
Gigantic white, like it's bigger
You can actually go into the kitchen supply stores there, like, your sort of home goods stores, and you can get specially designed Spargel peelers.
Yeah, they're just like, it's insanely popular. I think it's only for like a month or less in a year.
Sometime in the spring. We were there for Easter, I think.
Yeah,
so
it's around Easter time. They basically sell white asparagus, and every restaurant will feature it. Every grocery store will have shelves of it. It's very expensive, but it tastes good. I mean, it tastes like good asparagus. It's excellent asparagus. We kind of got wrapped up in it. Yeah, the hype is definitely the big part of it.
Yeah, but it is delicious.
Yeah.
And kind of fun. We actually went to this really cool store in Berlin where you could buy just the right amount of ingredients for like 2, 4, or 6 people and pick up a little recipe and make it. And we were staying at a friend's house. They were away. And we got this dish that was Spargel beef and something else, and got like the little tiny bottles of oil and all this stuff to make it. So that was I felt like we were accomplishing something as well.
Yes, we cooked with Spargel.
We cooked with Spargel.
There we go.
Yeah, and then of course there's the Berliner.
Berliner, which is a donut.
It's a donut. It's really not that spectacular a donut. The reason it's such a famous thing was because I don't know, I don't speak German, but apparently if you want to say I am from Berlin, you say Ich bin Berliner. But apparently John F. Kennedy went to Berlin and he meant to say Ich bin Berliner, and he said Ich bin ein Berliner, which doesn't mean I am a Berliner. It means I am a donut called the Berliner.
Which we'll cut a.
But I don't know how true that is.
We'll cut that clip in there somewhere.
Oh, we'll try.
I'll try and download it.
All right.
So.
Ich bin ein Berliner.
But yeah, so I mean, Berliners were just donuts. They were fine. They weren't spectacular. Pretzels are quite good in Germany.
Street pretzels or park pretzels.
Park pretzels. Yeah, well, it's basically these guys that ride on bikes with baskets with pretzels. And I mean, it seems really sketchy, but they're really good pretzels.
Oh, and so salt, like the nice big chunks of salt on them.
Yeah.
Oh my.
You know what, North Americans, like I've run into so many people who stopped putting salt on their soft pretzels, and I'm like, what galaxy do you live in?
I think Wetzel's pretzels might have
salt. I think you can get other stuff as well.
Yeah.
But salt is the deal.
But I mean, they're fresh. They were obviously just baked that morning.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're still a little warm if you get up early enough.
A little bit of mustard on it.
I don't care about the mustard, but they're so good.
They are so good.
And then we can't forget to talk about.
She's hitting my knee right now.
I am. The Black Forest.
Yes, we've been to Germany twice. The first time we just sort of did the south and we drove a little bit, and the second time we went to Berlin. So the first time we visited, we went through the Black Forest, which is sort of, I mean, one of the reasons it's famous is from Hansel and Gretel. It is apparently the Black Forest in which they get lost to find the witch's house, and which is made of gingerbread, which is kind of snacky related. But the other thing that the Black Forest is, of course, known for is Black Forest cake.
And Black Forest ham.
And Black Forest ham. But Black Forest cake is a big thing. And, of course, they don't call it Black Forest cake. They just call it cake.
Yeah, that's funny. The thing is, we got a piece of Black Forest cake there, and if you've ever had Black Forest cake, the proper way to make it is the cherry part of it is made with this liqueur called Kirsch, which means cherry liqueur, basically. And they gave us this gigantic slice of Black Forest cake, and it was so loaded with Kirsch that between the two of us sharing it, we had to stop because I was driving and I was getting drunk eating this cake.
Yeah, there wasn't like, you know, they always say that like alcohol is boiled off things. Like if they made this out of Kirsch and if any alcohol burned off, they just added more afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know what they did,
it was loaded with booze.
It was boozy.
Yeah, it was really, really boozy.
Yeah.
So, you know, good for all you kids that can't sleep out there.
Yeah, if you go to the Black Forest and you want to feed cake to your kids, just pick another kind of cake.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
And Germans will probably have no problem selling boozy cake to kids. So don't think that, well, you know, this bakery would never sell boozy cake to kids. They'd be like, oh, no, it's fine.
Yeah. My kids eat it.
Exactly. So Germany is very much that country where I think it's a little bit more liberal when it comes to drinking and stuff like that.
Most of Europe is, really.
Most of Europe, but German is definitely is one of those for sure.
North America is probably one of the strictest places.
Yeah, when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we were talking earlier, too, about, like, chocolate in Germany. We were talking about the chocolate shop, but Ritter Sport, which is the square chocolate bar.
We mentioned that.
Yeah, we mentioned it, but basically you see them often in North America in grocery stores, but it's kind of in the higher end, more expensive chocolate. And the thing that sort of makes them different is that they're square instead of rectangular.
Did you want to tell them why?
Exactly. The story goes that the inventor of it wanted to make a bar that would fit in their pocket.
In their shirt pocket.
In their shirt pocket when their kids were in, I think...
going to sports.
Going to like sport matches and stuff. So if you want to go to sports match, so the chocolate bar doesn't stick out or anything like that, it fits exactly in your shirt pocket.
Yeah, and you don't have to put it in a bag or something else awkward and like let it all get all smushed and melty. You could just protect it in your breast pocket.
Exactly. So the idea, the sport from it comes from the idea that it's a bar you can bring to sporting events.
Yeah.
Which is definitely very German.
Oh, don't even get me started on karaoke in the park.
Yeah. Needless to say, I mean, travel-wise, Germany's an awesome place to be.
Berlin is particularly fun, although the whole country is great.
Yeah, it's a great country to visit. It's very organized, as you would expect. Junk food can, I mean, as we were talking about, like, with the worst you can get from, like, literally a worst, which is, like, an IKEA hot dog, to, like, a beautiful handmade sausage. You know, and so it really depends. I mean, obviously, if you're getting it, like, in a truck stop, which I think we did once, It was basically a hot dog. But I remember visiting this little pub. I think it was in Heidelberg. This little tiny pub that was dark and all made of wood. And I got like this amazing. It was the scariest looking sausage ever, but it tasted so good. Mm-hmm. So that's. I mean, there's a lot to eat. The good thing about Germany as well, I think, it's not something that a lot of North Americans should be afraid of.
No.
Like the flavor is very friendly, North American friendly.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, like
there aren't any really surprising spices or.
It's not very hot.
Yeah.
And I mean, other than the sort of scary looking sausages, like you might get a few that are a little scary, it's pretty friendly.
Yeah, and you can get sausages that aren't scary looking. And
exactly.
I mean, you can get really nice roast beef, and beef stroganoff is from there. It's, it's a pretty.
It's a very North American. So I would say if you're into food, but maybe not into like, eating a live octopus or something weird like that, you'd probably have a good time in Berlin and in Germany.
Yeah. And
really find lots of food. And, actually another cool thing about Germany, which is sort of, I mean, it's not really junk food. It's actually furthest from the junk food. Water.
Baden-Baden?
Yeah, near Baden-Baden.
In just outside, just at the bottom of the Black Forest.
Is this place where a lot of the water, there's these water springs that are there. And along it, there's these places, the bottling plants, where they bottle like this fresh spring water.
It's supposed to be very therapeutic.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Bad, the word bad is basically means bath.
Yeah.
So, and N is the plural, so it's like called baths.
So, but basically, what the cool thing about these plants is you can go along these sort of water bottling plants, and then there's these little sort of glass huts. And inside them is just a tap. And you can just go in there and drink the various water from the springs for free. So it's like free bottled water. You
can get a little cup out of a vending machine if you like, that sort of folds up, that you can just take home with you as well for like $1.50 or something.
Yeah, it's a cool little souvenir. I still have mine and I love it.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to, I mean, if you have your own cup, you can just fill up your own cup. You just go in free. Nobody's even there. It's just sort of do your own thing.
It's a little tingly, the water.
Yeah, kind of. It's very, very minerally, I think.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. It's really cool. And I mean, that's bottled water sort of at its finest. So.
Or at least it's most interesting.
Probably. Trying to think of
I'm not a water sommelier.
Yeah, no. We won't even get into water sommeliers. It'll just make us sad. So I'm trying to think, is there anything else in...
I don't know, where did we go? We ate the Pretzels, we went to Heidelberg, the Black Forest, the scary truck stop just outside of Luxembourg.
Yeah.
Berlin, which is seriously is one of my favorite cities in the world.
Yeah,
There's just something for everyone. There's like history and food and a live art scene and a lot of urban revitalization, and
it doesn't disappoint at all. Like you'll see the cool things like the wall and everything like that, but then it has extra stuff too.
Yeah, but cake in Germany is amazing. Baumkuchen.
Baumkuchen is amazing.
Didn't we get Baumkuchen at that little old school formal dance place?
I don't know if it's
on the
German.
Sunday afternoon.
Is it German or is it Viennese?
Baumkuchen? I don't know. It might be Austrian, but I mean, it definitely exists in Germany.
It does. It's a round cake that's sort of...
It's done on like a spit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've tried it everywhere. Even Japan is really into it too, strangely enough. But we'll get into that probably next month.
Yeah, probably. That would be August.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She's remembering the months. I forget them all the time. But yeah, so I mean, Baumkuchen, there's all kinds of stuff. Winter festivals too, like during Christmas they do a lot of festivals.
But you can't beat Germany and Austria for Christmas markets.
Yeah. And you'll find all kinds of amazing foods there. But we'll get into Austria later.
Yeah, because we were there at Christmas.
Yeah, so we'll go into that. But yeah, Germany, highly recommended for anybody who's into food. And it's not scary. You can bring the whole family there and everybody will find something they like.
Mm-hmm. Pretzels,
what's
Berliners.
The pasta.
Spätzle.
Spätzle's amazing.
Yeah, there's lots of
like little kids could eat Spätzle, a bowl of Spätzle.
And there's in Munich, of course, there's Oktoberfest, but we've never been to Oktoberfest.
So obviously, if you like beer, you're going to be fine.
Be good. Yeah, Germany has very good beer too.
Yeah. So I mean, can't recommend the place enough.
That's about all I have to say.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think we sold people on Germany.
Do you think so? Let's see if tourism spikes in Germany now. Especially Berlin. I think we talked up Berlin very, very well.
I think so. So thanks for listening to another episode of Junk Food on the Road featuring me and Allison.
Who are you?
I'm Chris. As always, you can follow us on Twitter at Candy Critic, or you can go to www.candycritic.org and find all of our other social media, links to it and such like that. You can also follow this, see old episodes of this podcast and other podcasts at candycritic.org/junkfood. That's JUNKFUD. And you can also find episodes of our video thing called Chris, Why Would You Eat That? Which we're constantly recording new episodes of that right now. So that's a lot of fun. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next month.
In August for Japan.
Yay!
Bye.
La 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 la. Concrete turns to golden white. Toffee airplanes taking flight. Licorice branches shade your eyes. Not just blue but rainbow skies. Snowflakes fall like powdered sugar. Swedish fish swim in the river. La 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 la. La 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 la. Candy bars, skyscrapers tower above. Pink and yellow peeps fly like doves. Gummy bears just walk the streets. You never know who they might greet. Marshmallow taxis drive on ground. Bubblegum balloons just float around. La 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 la. La 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 la. Clouds made of sugar daddies rain caramel drops. This candy city will never ever stop, except when you become awake, awaiting your lovely lunch break. You're just an average human being, not doing anything to benefit humanity. La 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 la.